Hey, good morning. My name is Kevin. Hi, friends. Today is the 22nd. Oh, yeah, 22nd of December. And as I said yesterday, day before, can't remember, numerology plays a big number, a big part in the spiritual realm, if you will. 22. I think it's kind of an angel number, apparently. And no accident. Let me move over here so I can show you what our card is for today. Boom, boom, boom. The Angel of Manifestation. Don't think this is an accident. So as I was focusing on what the message would be this morning, I really didn't give it any clear thought, but my mind did go to this quite miraculous event that happened in our solar system where Saturn got very close to Jupiter and the Sun. I don't understand astronomy, and I'm fascinated by how folks interpret this to mean things. What I get from it, it's just a pretty awesome time to be on a planet when the planets are doing pretty awesome things. It reminded me of how vast this whole galaxy is when I heard that I think it is Saturn is billions, a billion, several billion miles away from the sun, and Jupiter. And when these two cross, one close to the other, behind the other, hasn't really happened like that for 800 years. So, moving a step forward, and no accident that this card should show up, it is really a reminder, honestly, truthfully, that we have the capacity to see and witness things that most people aren't really paying attention to. So, my message to you, reminder to you, thought to you today would be, what are you paying attention to? And where are you seeing your own personal greater potential? Sometimes we can get attracted to, bogged down by, weighted on the general feeling of others. And yesterday I spent some time in the sun outside cutting shrubs in my yard. It's good to ground like that because for me it kind of empties out that feeling of the negative stuff. You know, it's a bit like when you empty the sink of dishwater, there's always those remnants in the bottom that you've got to kind of get out. And sometimes they can be thoughts that pop up to the surface, um, thoughts that create a feeling, and a feeling, especially this time of the year, because we sort of don't really have a lot of choice but to sit in the melancholy of whatever these holiday things are. You know, we're reminded that perhaps we haven't heard from somebody, we want to spend time with somebody, and they're so busy. And good morning, you crave sunshine. Megan, oh, okay, that's a good start. Crave it. Yes, I think that we can all think about being the vitamin D children. um, yeah, it is. I can feel it on my heart when I'm in that oof, doomy, gloomy, cloudy stuff. And I don't know, sometimes I'm thinking, well, what is it? How do you get past it? I get past it by reminding myself that um, when the sunshine does come along, and we do get it, and it does come out, and it's warm and it's open, it's energizing, everything else is alive. But during the dormancy, during that cloudy stuff, the heaviness is where we get to sort through what do we really want. And I think that's what this message is talking about, the manifestation of being able to have what you want, right? So if you were to do an exercise, I do firmly believe that we have everything that we need. I think that we are given what we need all the time. If a person doesn't believe truthfully that they have what they need, the lesson comes in the form of that neediness. You know what you're talking about when I say somebody is needy. It's as if they want everything because they don't feel like they have anything. So that's a neediness. Now, I'm not talking about folks who struggle with it, those who are perhaps have challenging difficulties, illnesses. There's different ways of looking at it. I always talk about the level of consciousness, alpha and omega consciousness, the levels. There's I find it, I've got one here in a folder. It almost looks like the chakra levels. And there's like a level 4, 5, 6, something like that. Watching TV talks about that. And then meditating, you lift your level, you lift your vibration. It's all the levels of consciousness deals with the emotional roller coaster. And so looking at what do you want, and also believing that you can have it. And we have to look at the material side of it. And so I learned several years ago that Massachusetts is so gloomy. Ooh, Megan, I don't know what to say about that. I really don't. I've spent some time in the Northeast when I was on tour, or at least when I was in with a company that was one of my territories. Really good, hard-working, strong people. I love some of the architecture because it reminds me of England. But you're right. There's a hardness, there's a toughness, there's a rootiness about folks from the New England states. Boy, you have to deal with some pretty rough weather up there. I'm not sure what to say about that, but great, earthy, rooted, amazing people. Where was I? Manifesting what you want. So we can look at where we are right now in our life, and everything being sort of like a jigsaw puzzle. There's pieces of it everywhere. And taking a piece of paper, and you can sort of, the receiving part is from the left, and the let go part is over onto the right. If we're moving forward and we're manifesting something, to manifest something huge, big, great, means we have to let go of the anchor. And when I say anchors, that's the mental idea we can't have it. Those are the tough ones because the energy is exactly the same. So if you're manifesting, I don't deserve it, I'm not good enough, no one thinks I'm this, I'm not that, I'm not pretty, I'm not that. If you've been in that ditch, that's what you're manifesting. The neediness of manifesting. The same thing goes for when you're looking at feeling like you don't have enough money. Well, money's energy. I had to learn that the hard way because I grew up in a household with wonderful parents that unfortunately happened to be small children during World War II. People were on rations. They were making do with anything and everything. I don't think my mother saw a pineapple until she was in her teenage years, or a banana. They didn't have access to tropical fruit. To me, when I grew up, that was crazy. That was insane. How do you not have that? So these are the examples of we don't become we don't become victims of our circumstances. We learn to break through them. And manifestation is breaking through the part that you're not powerful enough. And I think that sometimes the greater fear is I don't think I'm good enough. I'm not sure I can do that. I don't know. I was writing the other day, I talked about how I packed everything I knew up in a car and left South Florida in about this time of the year. It was 28th, 29th of December 1993. And I took off to Charlotte. And I thought I had a job. I thought I had it all worked out. And it all seemed to be, oh, yeah, I've got this. I'm good to go. And I got here, and no, nothing could be further from the truth. It all seemed to fall apart. Having what you need, or at that time, having what I needed, was right there. I did have everything I need. You have to look at what have you got that you are grateful for. What have you got that you can put your hand on and say, yep, this is mine. I earned it. I did it. I manifested it. That's what you go to when you look at how powerful you are. It is appreciating what you've manifested truthfully, honestly, and you've done it with pure grit and pure power, that nobody else handed it to you and said, here it is yours. You went out there, looked at it, saw it, said, I'm going to go do that. And you did it. That's manifesting. That's manifesting on a level that most people don't see it, because they're living with this world of lack, of we don't have it, we can't do it. There will be sacrifices. I'm not saying that there won't be sacrifices. There will be. I remember not being able to get a job as a hairdresser here in Charlotte because I didn't have a license. I had one in Florida, but it doesn't transfer over. You have to go to the state board and do all that. I was getting to the point where I was almost on my last $60, $70 and rent was due. I paid the rent for the month of January, but we're getting close to February and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And I knew I could manifest it somehow. I had to put gas in the car, I had to feed a dog, I had to pay rent, I had to pay power, gas, all that stuff. I walked into a Pizza Hut. What does it take to get a free pizza? And the man was just saying, looked at me and said, if you've got a vehicle and it's insured and you know how to drive, fill in an application and I'll give you a free pizza. I filled in an application. He gave me a free pizza. And the next morning I had a pink, I got to find that photo because it's priceless. I had a pink Pizza Hut polo shirt on, and I was going around a neighborhood I did not know, delivering pizzas to people. Was it mad? Yes. Would I do it again? Yes. It was okay. It was fine. It was an adventure. If you look at your life in the bigger picture of it, you've been manifesting things on this big adventure the whole time. Now is not the time to stop. Now is the time to say, how much bigger, how much further, how much greater can I go with this? Because this is a bit ratchet. Everybody else is looking down that rabbit hole of I haven't got nothing. Oh, well, that's so crowded. That's so crowded. That's so this. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday about selfishness. Yes, I've been affected by and bogged down by the news. Honestly, it's hard. I've got my whole relatives, mum, dad, brother, that's my immediate family, they all still live in England. That country is being stuck under a microscope, not for having COVID, but now all of a sudden the news are telling the world. The British have got one that somehow manifests quicker than everywhere else, um, or spreads quicker, or contagions quicker. You know what? Sometimes you have to call BS on it because you're like, well, how are you victimizing this little country? Oh, yeah, maybe because they got the vaccine first, because they're not playing by the people's rules. They decided, you know what, Europe, you can hang it up. We've had enough of your nonsense. And these other little European countries are going, no, 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 we're going to get you. That's what I feel like it is. So you can be a powerful individual, manifesting everything you could want, and start doing that now, or you can get in that overcrowded line of people that are going on and on and on and on and on, whining and complaining, carrying on, making it worse for other people. You know, powerful people didn't get very far if they sat there and moaned and dripped and worried and went on. Powerful people moved forward because they dared to do it. There's nothing wrong with failure. There's nothing wrong with getting things wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. How in the world are you going to learn how to do it right, or do it better, or make some improvements if something wasn't quite right? And it's okay to be like, I don't like the way that looks, and start again. I think I shared last week where somebody gave me a gift. I don't talk to everybody like this, but how do you like it? Not really, no. I'm not into soap. Oh, well, I love the smell. Well, that's you. Then you have it. It's not a big deal. It was, I think I shared that I appreciated the thought that it was lovely, the carvings on it, the way that it was made was beautiful, but I just couldn't deal with the smell. That's just me. Anyway, I digress. I hope that clears up manifestation. Set your sights on, got what you need, set your sights on what you want. And you could say abundance. Okay, you could write that word, abundance. Underneath it, what is your sub headings for abundance? Is it abundance in health, abundance in wealth? And what does wealth look like? Wealth could look like money. It's okay. It's energy. You could put an increase of energy. What do you want? I want more sunshine in my life. Okay, so that's it. You could want this. And you keep going. I don't know, set a timer for 30 seconds, a minute. When you get to the bottom of it, you shift to the middle, because the middle bit is where we make the magic happen. There's an idea. One of those things in that list of things you want is going to pull. You're going to feel it. I'm trying to think. What there's their bio. You can call it biometrics. There's a bio response. Like, for instance, when we get angry, this might happen. When we get, whoa, your jaw gets tight. When you feel nervous, your belly, like, oh, you get that churning over. That's a bio response. That's a physical response to a feeling. We're not aware of it because it's so common. One of those things on that list of what you want is going to pop up. It's going to be like, whoosh, come and smack you. Then there's going to be the one on this list that you don't honestly believe you could get it. You're going to put it down there anyway, but you don't know that you could get it. That's another one. When you get these, you look at them. One is going to be excitement. One is going to be fear. It's gonna lock onto an emotion. Here's a want. What you're supposed to have is going to connect to something on that level. Then you pick the one that gives you the EBGBs. You do the thing that gets you the most fired up. What does it say? Your heart beats the fastest when you are the most energized, something like that. I found it in a book, and then that was one about the heartbeat, or you're the most alive you're ever going to be when you have an abundance of fear or excitement. That's when you're the most alive. Like, oh my goodness. Those are the feelings you want to gather as you begin to manifest huge things. And also know that when this card showed up as it did, this angel of manifestation, here we go, that one, know that, look at the picture. Stars are all lined up. Here, this is what I want. Go have it. But you've got to get the stuff out of the way that stops you. Energy and vibration is all the same. Positive and negative is a balance. If you're used to looking at the glass in a way that, oof, when's the next one going to go? If you're in that, and that's what you're used to, you're calling that a comfort zone. It's a comfort zone. It's like a doctor's waiting room. Everyone's complaining about their ailments. Going on and on and on about how this hurts, how that hurts, this, that. That's a comfort zone. You know, the news. You think about somebody who has to write that news every day, the news writers, the producers. I don't want that job. I do not want that job. I don't want to have to deliver nonsense. That's, well, what's that got to do with anything? Turn it off, switch it off. If you want your life to be empowered, if you want to have the riches that you could possibly have, well, then you manifest it. You've got the right to do it. Everyone that came here has the right to do it. All of us. Not by beating somebody else up and not by pushing them out the way. If they want the same things you want, you can both have it. There's enough for everyone. Think about the ocean and you're at the beach. You can put that bucket in that ocean and fill it up all day long, or night long, or week long, or month long. You sit there for a year and do it. The more you tip the water on the beach, the more water comes in. There's enough for everybody. All right, my loves, let's sit and manifest, shall we? Manifest, meditate. We're manifesting all the time. All right, feet flat on the floor, eyes closed. This time a big breath in. Pull all that air in. Let go of the ties that bind you to negative energy. Another big breath in, abundance. Exhale, let go of the ties that bind you to negative people. Inhale the magic of manifestation. Let go and cut the ties that bind you to negative stories. And then connect with your breath. Bring your mind and consciousness to the soles of your feet to ground you into the Mother Earth that is holding you. The depths of the earth, the core of the earth, it's taking, using, transforming anything you no longer want and you no longer need is being given over, being transferred and transformed. Give over your doubts. Give over your fears of not. As you breathe in words like opportunity, possibility, openness, harmony, love, as you bring your mind to your physical body, the vessel, the bridge between the earth the vast universal heavens, bring your attention in your mind to the areas that you are holding on that are tight, stiff, trapped, hurting, tired. Breathe in the healing light energy, send it to that particular area. Exhale out and see it being released. All the way up through your whole body, beginning with your internal structure, your skeletal structure, your bones. Illuminate the bones with your mind's eye, your third eye center, as if you were constructed of neon bones. And with the power of your creative visualization, expand the brightness of the light, the bones, whether you want to see them as neon light, laser light, LED lights. You are alight and alive from your bones out. Allow the skeletal structure of your body to stimulate your muscles. Send messages to each and every muscle to metabolize, burn off all the storage tanks of unused energy. Become the burning hot, fiery furnace of metabolism. Allow your forearms to tingle, your hands to tingle. Burn and metabolize any unwanted energy. Turn it into great manifestation. Expand this manifestation of metabolism out through your skin, enliven each and every layer of your skin from the subdermis to the dermis, to the layers of epidermis. Cleanse and replenish every pore of your skin, and using the metabolism of your muscles to manifest and enliven the pores of your skin. See, believe and feel the radiance of your skin, the vibrancy of your skin. Continue being with the aliveness of your physical body from the bones out beyond the surface of your skin. Use the same metabolic energy to consume and use all the unwanted negatives use the metabolic manifestation to open and attract everything that is good about the universe toward you. Manifest your magnetism. Manifest greatness in your life. Become the magnificent human being, the miracle that you were created to be. Metabolize, energize every entire cell of your physical body to work in harmony with others for the highest good of everything you could possibly want. Declare and affirm that you now give up what no longer serves you, release and relinquish any burdens you carry from others. Wherever love and goodness is, fear and negativity is a stranger. Love and goodness, light and abundance is here. You are a being of love and light, goodness and abundance. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Keep that feeling of love and light, abundance, power. Keep that feeling and understanding of metabolizing. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. And together we bow and say namaste. Wow. Thank you very much for letting me bring that to you. It was the first time I have seen or delivered a message like that, and seen the skeletal system as being like neon, like laser lights, and then using those terms, metabolism, manifestation. It's all pretty much the same thing, energy. Right, my friends, I'll be here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Thanks so much. If you would, and you know some people could use this, share the channel. I'll stick it on YouTube. YouTube could be a bit funny about getting it out there. Seems like they promote people who are getting attention, and thank you. Yeah, my blind spot is not to keep doing the whole lot of self-promotion, because I think, well, people will find it. Yeah, no, not so much. And I think this is what everyone needs. They need to look through a different window, look through a different periscope, and drop off the stuff that's not helping. I mean, I don't know that it's helping. All right, have a great Tuesday. Yeah, and I'll see you tomorrow. Right, bye.